5.2.5 Describing quadratic scenarios. The essential question is, how does characteristics of quadratics relate to gravity? The skill is, I could describe characteristics of quadratic functions given a verbal description. The height of a tissue thrown from 6 feet as a function of elapsed time in seconds since the tissue was thrown is modeled by the equation shown below. H of t equals negative 16t squared plus 9.26t plus 6. So the difference between this one and some other examples from this unit is that they're not so focused on you formulating the actual equation in the situation. They're more focused on what kind of characteristics, how they relate to a real life situation. So you'll graph this one on Desmos. And then you'll use it to answer these questions. So we'll type in the formula on Desmos. All right, so we have our graph. The first thing says, at what approximate elapsed times will the tissue be at a height of 7 feet? So for this one, it says height of 7 feet. So let's go ahead and type in h of t equals 7. And if we zoom in, notice we have 2 points that it happens at. At t is 0.144 and at t is 0.435. So let's write both of those on our paper. Now next part says, at what approximate elapsed times will the tissue be at a height of 9 feet? So instead of h of t equaling 7, it's going to equal 9. Well, 9's way up here, but the tissue has a maximum height over here. So we're just going to put none. How long will the tissue be in the air? So for this one, it started at t equals 0 and it kept going until it got to this point right here. 0.967. That's how many seconds the tissue is in the air. What is the maximum height of the tissue? So for that one, you're going to find the vertex. So the maximum height is that second number, 7.34 feet. What time is it at its maximum height? That would be the x value, 0.289 seconds. And what's the tissue's initial height? That's the y-intercept, 6 feet. So let's sketch a graph on what each of these things mean. So this is the vertex. X is time at max. And then the y value is the max height. This one represents how long it was in the air. This point is the initial height. And if there's a point over here, this would be considered extraneous. All right, try the other examples below. and then move on to the next skill.